Alright, gang, today we got Warzone Season 2 Reloaded's patch notes. Yesterday we covered multiplayer. Today we have Warzone. They dropped yesterday, but they weren't there when we went to the page yesterday. I don't know what the deal that was, but we're going to go ahead and cover the Warzone patch notes. So we've already covered the events in yesterday's video. For Warzone, Fortune's Keep, we talked a little bit about this, a research vessel. It's a new POI. It's a pontoon style watercraft that's appeared off the coast of Fortune's Keep. This mobile POI stays on the move through the first 2 minutes of a match before dropping anchor in one of a few predetermined locations. The ship features multiple levels as well as its own helipad and ascenders. Once you're on the research vessel, it's usually a great idea to commandeer the craft and utilize the equipment on board. You can. Exploring this craft includes a number of competitive advantages, including access to a decontamination station that works like a PDS, an activatable UAV tower to monitor opponents, unique items purchasable from special buy stations, and more. That's probably where you're going to get the new kill streak added. I'm sure we'll see that in this patch note as well. Vondel Battle Royale, new mode. Let's see. Vondel offers the Battle Royale experience with a unique map design and player count of 72. This mode brings a fresh pacing and makes for a great addition for Battle Royale fans. Champions Quest is now available through Vondel. Important note, see, victories on both maps will count towards Champions Quest progression. Successfully completing the mission will award players with the same items on both maps. That's really cool because those, if you're like locked in with a good team, Vondel dubs are dumb easy. This looks like what we're gonna see for our Warzone playlist. Let's see, we rank play plunder. Battle Royale, Resurgence. I guess we're gonna have the same thing. I mean, it's just saying like Fortune's Keep for the rank play. That's not gonna change. For Resurgence, solos. It looks like solos Fortune's Keep's gonna be gone the 13th. And then it's gonna kind of cycle through all the different maps. Duos will be Vondel next week. I mean, nothing too crazy. In terms of quads, though, for standard Resurgence, we have Ashika Island now, then it'll be Fortune's Keep, then Urzikstan, then Vondel. It's going to cycle, so everything's just cycling pretty regularly, it looks like, for standard maps. I don't know where it says the cycle, though. It says, we can always check Trello for that. Anyways, new weapons. So we got the SOA Subverter. It's a BR, it's a 7.62 battle rifle. It says dominates at mid to longer ranges, moderate rate of fire, and predictable recoil. We already know this thing's probably broken. We talked about a lot of these aftermarket parts yesterday, but this is what we really came here for. This is going to be nerfs and buffs. The MCW got a buff. I'm just going to kind of go through and say nerf or buff. This is actually a pretty fat buff. Mid damage increase from 19 to 23. That's a pretty noticeable difference. Holger 556 looks like it got a buff as well. BP 50 probably got nerfed. Let's see. Yeah, max damage decreased, near mid damage decreased. Increased some of the recoil and the hipfire, stuff like that. The SVA 545 looks like it got a slight buff. The Ram 7 nerfed. Okay, so the Ram set, it needed to be nerfed, but it definitely got nerfed. Not crazy, but slightly. The MTZ 762 got nerfed. The Sidewinder decreased recoil. Venom stock. Sidewinder looks like it got buffed. It could probably be top tier viable at this point. AMR 9. Let's see. With the double rare kit, bolts are now fired in a vertical column rather than a randomized spread. Okay. The Ram 9 looks like it got a buff on these 3 barrels for sure, undoubtedly. WSP 9 looks like it got a buff. The Rival 9 got a buff for this carbine kit if you turn it into the Jackhead Hunter carbine kit. The PDSW 528 got an improved alignment of the default iron sight, so that's definitely a buff. That's pretty cool. Maybe it'd be a little more steady, easier to use. It seems more like a quality of life fix, but still nonetheless a buff. Shotguns. It says for barrel attachments, damage pellet count now remains at 6 regardless of ammo capacity for the Lockwood 780. I don't know if that's a nerf or buff because I'm not sure how many pellets actually came out of that particular gun. Bruin MK9 Lower torso damage increase, so buff so far. Decrease aim down sight time. Movement speed. Dude, bro. The Bruin was already so good, and I got a buff in Warzone. That's outrageous. Pullman got a nerf. XRK Stalker got a buff. Cat AMR got a buff. The SPX got a nerf. Handguns Renetti got a buff. The dual Renettis are ridiculous. The Core 45 got a buff, dude. That's insanity. The Tire got a buff, absolutely crazy as well. And the Damon added missing pistol withdrawal, okay, buff as well. Some Wonder Weapons. I guess the Wonder Waffle DG2 got buffed as well, which is absolutely outrageous. Underbarrel launchers suggest an exploit allowing players to fire unlimited projectiles. That's sick. Jack Limb Ripper increased movement speed while reviving by 25%, increased damage range to 1.4 meters from 1.1, buff. Audio improvements, boosted ascender distance by 16 feet, that's fat. Boosted parachute distance by 100 feet, that's really big. Overall volume of reviving a teammate has been slightly increased. A new unique sound has been added for reviving a player so that it's significantly more noticeable to nearby players. Reviving a teammate using a medic vest now is a unique audio cue that players within a small radius can hear. Quality of life, we like that. We like that a lot. Final elimination kill cam. The kill cam has been added to showcase the final elimination of each match across modes, including lockdown and plunder. That's hilarious. Add a kill cam to Warzone. Resurgence combat records. Stat tracking has been enabled for Resurgence. Sick. All maps and modes. Let's see. The PDS, if you don't know what a PDS is, you can throw it on the ground. So it's a little device. It creates a ring and you can, like, you don't take damage from the storm or the gas. Fortune's Keep Bunker Buster. This is the new, essentially, precision airstrike that absolutely kills people inside of buildings. Like, they already kind of did that a little bit, but they will absolutely rip people. So if someone's camping something hard, you call a Bunker Buster on it, they have to get out super gas. It will blast through up to 3 floors, causing radial damage and leaving a column of gas that will last 25 seconds. So you gotta get out. Pre-match lobby loadouts. Players can now instantly swap loadouts in pre-match lobby rather than having to respawn with the selection. Quality of life. Looting improvements. Significant improvements have been made to the top and bottom shelf auto looting. Now players can expect a more consistent and predictable auto pickup range for loot that's above players' current height and or level. Backpack auto refill. Field upgrades, kill streaks, tacticals, and lethals will now auto-equip if identical items are found in the backpack. Gas. If not, the next closest non-identical item will auto-equip. Redeploy pack flare. A flare will now appear when players respawn via redeploy pack. Gas. Minimap vehicles. An increased distance at which enemy vehicles appear on the minimap by 10 meters. It's not really that deep, but still, I mean, it's better than nothing. Most wanted time. Reduce the most wanted contract time resurgence modes to 3 minutes instead of 4, as it should be since it's such a small map. Fortune's Keep looting adjustments. Kill streak spawns have been reduced by approximately 30%. A maximum of 1 kill streak will spawn in base and legendary caches. Supply box will now spawn more armor plates. Cool. Earth extent plunder. Cash deposit improvements. Interacting with cash deposit. Helipad will take priority over any loot that may be overlapping. Super sick. That's super annoying. When you go to deposit cash, you can't because there's shit everywhere because people are getting slimed. Throwing knife, damage reduced to 175 from 200. Throwing knife will one shot with impacts to the head or if used on a down player. That's I mean, that's fine. We're a little OP, but I feel like if you can hit a throwing knife, it should be a one hit low key. But you gotta hit that headshot now. Frag grenade, mid damage reduced and outer damage reduced. Frags got nerfed. Battle rage reduced. A reference in battle rage description about quickly regenerating health. Stun grenades resolves an issue causing the movement function effect to be removed, so stun grenades got a buff. EMD grenades, tracked enemies will now appear as a constant ping on the minimap. Players can no longer die unexpectedly when an EMD is thrown at vehicles or doors. Got a buff. A quick fix, minor update to the description and the sub description text. Final placement SR has been adjusted to the values below. Top 12, 15, 8, 30, 5, 50, top 3, 60, and a dub is 100 unchanged as it should be. Proximity chat has been disabled. Gas. That's solid. Proximity chat's mad annoying. Players can now see their player card, which includes emblems and their gamer tag. Cool. Deployable buy station icons, quality life. Icons for deployable buy stations will now show above their icons on the tag map for better visibility and legibility. A bunch of different bug fixes. Gang, that is it. That's what we got for the Warzone Season 2 Reloaded update. I'm sure we'll have another update probably in 2 weeks. They probably won't do one next week. But if they do, we will cover it. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, man. Hit the sub button. Crush the like button. I'll catch you all tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it going.